If you are treating staying consistent and being disciplined as a drag, meaning that you're still taking this as a punishment, working towards your goal, if you are thinking that it's a hard thing to do, that you have to get yourself out of your bed to move towards your goal, then listen up. It may be the time that you need to revisit your goal, because successful people, when they work towards their goal, it feels like a breeze. That's the only thing that they wanted to work on. They enjoy working towards their goal, whatever thing they're building. So if staying consistent and building discipline, it feels like that you just cannot stick with your goals, then maybe that truly you do not even care about this goal. So in this video, I am going to share how you can stick with your goals, how to stay consistent and build that discipline. Hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you are tuning in for the first time, hello, my name is Ankita and I am 38-year-old mom. I live in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm also brand owner of Ankita. And I make YouTube videos for people like you because I know you're ambitious and you want to change your life. Let's get into the first point, that is getting clarity on your goals. If the goal that you are chasing is not aligned with your bigger purpose, then maybe this is the reason why consistency and discipline feels so hard for you. If your goal is to lose weight because your auntie said that or your mom said that you need to lose weight, but it's not something that you truly care about, I bet you are going to find hard time following any regime. Doesn't matter how many books you read, doesn't matter how many consistency, discipline videos you're gonna watch, because you can only watch so many videos. But at the end of the day, when it comes to action, if you feel like that you have to drag, you don't feel like pushing for that goal, then maybe it's the time that you wanted to get clarity. Don't make goal that your friends are making or something that you saw on the internet. Oh, it's a cool thing to do. Maybe I should join Pilates too. And then after 2 to 3 days, you cannot do Pilates. You feel like you really want to make a content, but every time you sit in front of the camera, you go blank, and then you're finding hard time to create a content. And then you come up with this idea that maybe I'm not good enough for content. But the problem is that maybe your goal is not aligned. If the goal is not aligned with your true purpose or what do you really want to achieve in your life, then you are never going to stick around. The next point is, if you watch any of the successful people's interview, they enjoy what they are building. They enjoy working towards it. They don't need to watch any motivational video. They don't need to only rely on motivation, because they enjoy so much building what they are building that consistency and discipline is almost like inevitable. And if I talk about myself, when I create this YouTube video or when I work on my branding, Kara, I enjoy that. Outside of these two, I don't really enjoy anything else. I love when I spend time on these two things in my life. Of course, beside like hanging out with my family, but you get my point. I don't need to rely on motivation. I don't need to find consistency and discipline because I truly enjoy what I do. Right now, it's literally almost 9 p.m. and I'm filming this video because this is the only time I got. I am not complaining. I'm enjoying because I'm happy that I got the time right now to record a video, and I'm so grateful for it. And I'm enjoying it. And there is nothing else at this time that I wanted to do. Next point is that you always chase something shiny, something excitement, and you don't see it. The successful people, if you look at their life, they have a very boring, monotonous life. They do same things over and over and over. And when you go on social media, you look at all the successful people, you look at, and then you see the 1% of it, what they show on the social media, and you often think that they are enjoying their life and this is how life really is. But their private life is quite boring. And if you ask me, Ankita, that what do you do in your free time? Every minute that I have, I work on my YouTube channel or building my brand. And I have a very monotonous life. Even if it means that waking up 5 a.m. for last 2 to 3 years, and I enjoy the process and I love it. There is nothing better that I can do with my time. I don't care about hanging out. I don't care about going out. I don't care about watching Netflix, because these things give me immense joy. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. If you have to push through your goals, if you have to come up with discipline and consistency, then maybe it's not the right goal for you. Or what is my next point? And that is, maybe you are looking for quick wins. And that's always something that we forget, that the game that we are playing is a long. It's not a short-term game. If your goal is to make content online, you wanted to post YouTube videos, and you are not going to go viral with the second video or third video, you have to grind. You have to post consistently for a year to see that if it's going to make a dent or not. You have to show consistent effort in order to achieve anything that you want to achieve. You want to build your brand, you want to build a side hustle, eventually you wanted to quit your job. But when it comes to your consistent effort, you are only looking at the short game. You have the business idea today, you want to launch a product tomorrow, you want to become multimillionaire on the third day. Unfortunately, life doesn't happen like that. If you look at any successful person, you take anyone, do you think they become successful overnight? The answer is no. If you think that they become successful overnight, no, they don't. They play the long game. It takes years. But because social media has made it this way, they lie to us that everything is short term. You post content today and it's gonna go viral tomorrow. You change your life in 30 days. You become rich in less than a month. You can build a successful brand in 21 days. We have been lied and you bought it. And this is the biggest problem. If you consider that whatever you are trying to build, the goals that you are setting for yourself, even if it is changing your life, it's a long game, then you are going to stick with it. And often when we are talking about the consistency and goal, we often forget the pain you get when you don't achieve your goals. We often forget the pain of regret. Let's say if you don't do the things that you want to do, let's say whatever is your goal is to post content online and quit your job and build a side hustle, but you sit with that idea, you never do anything, you never take an action. What is the price that you are going to pay for that? It's a regret. You have to measure what is more painful. Is the living through the pain, if you call it that pain, or the reward? So you have to see it if you want to live with that pain and achieve your goal, or you want to live with the pain whole life of regret. You have to choose which pain are you going to choose. And if you love what you are building towards your goals and your purpose in life, whatever you are trying to do in your life, it's not a pain. That's the only thing that you want to do in that moment. But the problem is when your friend approach on the Friday evening to go for drinks, to hang out, to go for shopping, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day, Ankita. Who cares about the goal? Who cares that I said that I'm going to record a video? Who cares? You're only gonna get summer once. It's only gonna be this age again. What about the hanging out? What about my party? What about all these things? You can always go back to these things. You can always do that. But if you keep looking your life from an angle where you are not hanging out with your friends, you are not going out, you are living this monotonous life, this is boring, this is not what life is all about, then maybe you need to revisit your goal. Maybe you need to ask your question, am I signed up for it? It has been almost 3 years that I'm working on my brand and YouTube, and I haven't hung out with my friends. I haven't gone out. I spend time with my family for sure, because that matters to me a lot. But beside that, everything else is a noise for me, that I silence it for a time, because this is not what I wanted to focus on. My focus is the two things, and I cannot have it all. And this is another lie. You think that in life, you can have all the balance. You can have your friendship, you can have your relationship, you can have your business goals, you can have your all the personal goals and hanging out, everything. It's never going to be balanced. There's no such thing as balance. Something has to fall off in order to make a space for something big. It's almost like a season of your life. Right now, in this season of my life, my biggest priority is building my brand and my YouTube, because I love sharing content with you to inspire you, and it truly gives me that joy. And these are the two things my biggest priority right now. The other things can drop. Other things, maybe I can focus them on later, because this is what I truly enjoy. And the topic of how to stay consistent and build the discipline, maybe you need to realign your goals. What is your big purpose? What is the game that you're playing? Are you looking for quick wins? Are you looking for the quick gains? What is that? And There's no balance. You just have to pick one goal and tell yourself in this season of your life, you're going to focus on this. You can always go back to your friends. You can always get that night out. You can always hang out again, but you're never going to get this time again to build something for yourself. A couple weeks ago, I shared something really interesting, the things I wish I knew growing up, things that I would share with my younger self. I highly recommend you watching this video because this is truly, I shared my heart. And I know that if you are in your 20s, 30s, whatever your age is, you're going to love this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I would love if you could hit subscribe, and I will see you right there. Thank you.